think you need to comment on your outfit just so that they know you're
Oh, yeah. Are we digging the threads? I think I could fit 1.5 of me in here. Probably purchased in like 1997 or something maybe, but I certainly weighed a little bit more. Not way more. I mean, you would think I weighed 300 pounds with the size of this thing, but it was that kind of, I don't know, watch some 90s movies and guys dressed in huge, oversized clothing, and I certainly wasn't an exception. So I think this was a solid choice for like a throwaway, wear it right up to the starting line and toss it to the side. And I spilled water all over it, so it's just extra, it's dried a little bit, but looking extra sharp. The marathon distance, curse you marathon distance. I've run 4 and the marathon is basically 1 in all 4. I'd say 2 of those I felt kind of satisfied with the result, even though it didn't go perfectly. Today will be interesting. My head, I think, is not in a great spot, but I'm hoping my body sort of knows what to do. The sleep was tough last night, which is not new for me with a marathon. Maybe got 2 or 3 hours of kind of restless sleep.
At this time,
You good? All right, good luck.
Gotta lube those nips. I'm super tempted to take the gimbal with me. I'm sorry I'm not bringing the gimbal with me. It would make a much more interesting video. Anybody thinking about running Baystate, that's the whole point of running with cameras, is that that's something I want to do for lots of future races, and I'm really tempted to take this camera with me because that's my built-in excuse. Oh, it's filming, it's for YouTube. But I'm going to try to run pretty hard and have a good race. But for future races, I do promise that's one of the things I want to do, is actually bring that with me. And obviously I want to document other people's races.
Sorry, she was asking if we were leaving.
I was leaving. No, we're doing YouTube. This is production, lady. Sorry. But the plan was to try to run this one at a pretty good clip and go for a PR. Oh, so I should talk about goals. So I do have, I'd say, 3 clear-cut goals for today. My first reach goal, which would require like a miraculous set of events to happen, definitely it's a true reach goal, would be to get like a Boston qualifier time, which for my age group is 3:15. That would require a 12-minute PR. Weather conditions are really good today. And to actually get a number for Boston, I'd have to run like a 3:12 or 3:11. That feels like really, really unlikely. And I hate to sound like a downer, but I just don't think I've really convinced myself mentally in my training that I'm ready to do that. I think I'm capable someday, perhaps. So that would be the reach goal. And then secondary would be to get a PR. So I think that's definitely possible. You know, I think on a good day, and I felt this way at Maine Coast, that had I not been running in a nor'easter that day, I think I was capable of running like in the low 320s or something like that. So that would be my B goal, to get a PR. And then short of that is just finishing. You know, I've never DNF'd a race. I really don't plan on doing it today. No matter what, if I feel like shit, I'm gonna walk it home and cross that finish line. Oh, and then in terms of my strategy, I'm gonna try to be below goal pace the first few miles, but then I'm gonna try to, if I'm feeling good, settle into a pretty fast pace. So I would say, like, you should, in a lot of ways, run a race where you start out really conservative, slowly increase your pace. I mean, this is all relative to whatever individual strategies, but I've had some half marathons that are really fun when you're like getting faster and faster, and you run the second half with negative split, so you're running the second half faster than the first half, and you're passing a lot of people, and that's a great way to run a race, and that's the way a lot of people would recommend running a race. I'm probably not really going to do that today, just because the goal was to try to like go for that sort of BQ time. So my feeling is try to run fairly fast, see how long I can hold that. So I'm almost viewing this as like kind of a training run towards like that eventual goal. So if I can do 16 miles at a close to BQ pace, or 18 miles or 22 miles, like that would be amazing. I'm going to be in trouble if I'm struggling at 10 miles. You know, that'll be telling. I'll have to readjust my goals, you know, so we'll see what happens, but I'm not going to go out super conservatively. I'm not going for just like a positive marathon experience. I'm going for speed.
Is that girl running barefoot down the streets of Lowell? Jesus.
Curious to be a barefoot runner on the sidewalks of Lowell after Saturday night. Right when we opened our door to park, there was an empty bottle of Hennessy and I think a half turd of dog shit. So two things I don't think I'd want to step on running barefoot. But otherwise, Lowell's a wonderful city.
What a gorgeous day. All right, this is the lead runner. I haven't turned the gimbal on yet. That's awesome. Good job. Let's see, this is 9:08. So that guy did, we're at about the half marathon point. So that guy was cruising. All right, there he is. Ah! You're doing awesome. Just throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. There you go. Good job. You're doing awesome.
Thanks.
Keep going.
I'm having fun with the pace group.
All right, keep going. Greg's not going to be happy with how little filming I've done, but I saw him at the halfway point. He looked awesome. He said he was running with, I think it was the 3:15 pace pack, but he looked happy. The weather's still really good. It's probably getting a little warm for the runners, but that's okay. It's dry. It's mostly sunny. So I'm heading back to the start line, which is, well, I guess the finish area, to hopefully catch up with him and see him finish what's hopefully an awesome race. Super proud of him. I get so nervous at these things. I think I was shaking, handing off his watering goose at that half mark. So I will be happy when this is over, but I'm happy for him too. Okay. I think they just said this woman with the stroller is the stroller world record right here. That was cool. She must have been like 3:08.
And Randy McCarthy from Cambridge.
I missed your finish.
I have snots all over my face.
No, you look good.
So marathons are really hard, newsflash. Marathons are tough. My initial feelings on that race, on paper, the Strava feed's gonna look ugly, but I actually did what I set out to do. I approached this race as like a measuring stick, basically, and I ran PQ through about 18, maybe 20 miles. And I couldn't hold that pace, but you know, that's kind of what I expected. So, yeah, it's disappointing in terms of my A goal, but hell, I got a PR, that's awesome. I lost BQ at like 18 to 20, but I didn't give up. I kept running. You know, part of me actually wanted to drop because it was like my goal was to BQ, but I knew the B goal was to PR. Wanted to finish as strong as I could, and I didn't give up, you know, like, that's the main thing. A PR is nothing to squawk about. And
All right, ladies.
the other takeaway is I ran with the 3:15 pace group for like 7 or 8 miles. And that was awesome. Like, it definitely makes me think in a future race, I would definitely want to try to run with a pace group because I never ran cross country or track, but suddenly running with a big group was really fun. I was chatting with the guy holding the stick, and it was kind of funny. Right around mile 15, the whole group started breaking up. It was like he probably picked up a whole new group. There was like 20 of us.
Like right at 3:15.
Oh yeah, well they switched people though, and I actually felt like, how dare you? Like they did a half marathon with the first guy, and then I was like, you swapped out. It was like a relay. I was loving the first guy. I blame him. He handed it off to another dude, and I was like, what's that all about? But anyway, the second guy was great too, but he left all of us. Like I think everybody was ambitious basically. Maybe a few people hung with him, but the whole group around mile 14, 15, we all started spreading out, and I had to see him receding the distance to like mile 17 or 18. And it was sad to see them go, but it was all a learning process. Even though right now I don't want to do any marathons ever again, but I would run this race again. Great course, the weather was awesome. I can't blame the weather. Yeah, I got a PR, so. All right,
Good job.
Thank you,
All right.
Ashley.